Reimagine to redesign. Gather all the old decor you can find. Let your imagination be your guide. Tune into Angie's YouTube channel for a little inspiration. Create your own unique design. Now you can reimagine to redesign. Remember to subscribe and like.
Hello, my friends. I titled my video today, Drenched in Green but Feeling Blue, because that's kind of how I'm feeling right now. I'm having a difficult time being consistent with my videos because of some health challenges, lots of obligations, and overcommitting myself. So I hope you'll be patient. I'm really trying to get to that 1,000 subscribers, so please subscribe. I wanted to show you my color drenching that my husband and I did about a month ago. I don't think I've really shown the entire room, but if I have, I've also made some changes. That's just kind of what I do. I love to change things all the time. And plus, the more springtime it got, I just really wanted to zero in and have more flowers and more gentle lighting. And so I've got my candles in the fireplace now, and we've shut the flue. However, winter stormed back in just a little bit this past weekend and said, and another thing. And so it's been cool enough. We actually could have had a fire, but we've got those, I've got the candles already in there. I would advise, this is 3 sets of the small candles, and I love the way they look. They use an enormous amount of batteries. So if you like this look, which I have for a long time, if you like that look, I would advise getting a larger in diameter, excuse me, candles to put in there. I think you'd enjoy it a little more if you didn't look at it and think, man, wonder how much battery that used up. I've also got a basket of, we always like to take naps, or I especially enjoy my naps, and so I've got a basket of throws there on the hearth. I like to keep something pretty on the television all the time. Sometimes I choose stations that have a little more movement in them, and they also have music, and so I do that. This spot for me is beautiful. I think I told you before that I really like to make Christmas and perhaps maybe the autumn the real showstopper for the mantle. And so I don't usually do a lot on the mantle, and I've been debating about putting sconces on each side of the television. But when I do that, the sconces are going to be there, and so I just can't make up my mind if that's what I want to do or not. So I did add some lighting. These are just 2 of the little lamps that they have the little button, and they're adjustable as far as the lighting is concerned, and you just recharge those. And I really didn't buy a lot of new things for this room. These candlesticks are glass, and I painted them white. And I don't remember where I got this, but I've had that for a while. And the little chain, and then this bird, I don't know what you'd call this, the bird jar. It used to be a dark beige with some brown on it. And when I was really going through my white face, I spray painted it white. And I have never gotten tired of that. At Christmas, I sometimes put red lights in it, and it shows up so pretty. And then I've got a little greenery there. This is one of my favorite spots because I just love that basket. That was a thrifting find, and I think I paid $5 for it. But I invested in some of these flowers. Now, of course, these are from Hobby Lobby, and I got them 40% off. And I bought these. It's just a little bundle of white flowers. I think I got that on the wedding aisle. But these are the Real Touch tulips, and I got those from Amazon a couple years ago, maybe last year. And then these are the Real Feel or the Real Touch hydrangeas, and I got those at Home Goods in the last couple of years. And so, and my husband made that little stool or riser. It's got pretty short legs, but he made that for a craft fair that we did last weekend. And we just had some really, there were tornado watches and warnings all day long. And so just didn't turn out exactly like we were hoping, but no one was hurt, and that's the main thing. These are my blue and white pillows. They just make me happy. And this is my old sofa that I can't wait to get rid of. Here's my 6 collage of paintings. And I knew pictures, and I knew I was going to make them all blue and white. Now, all of this, with the exception of this one, is wrapping paper. And sometimes I can find scrapbook paper that I really, really like, but I wanted it to be a really good navy. The upper one in the middle doesn't have it's got some shades of blue in it, but I thought it went really well anyway. And so, but this one in the lower left-hand corner, that's fabric. And so I just cut a big square of that. So if you ever want to do a collage like this, because I did look at pictures on Etsy, and I also tried to create my own pictures, and I did like some of the ones that I created with ChatGPT. But when it came right down to it, I thought, you know what, I think I'm gonna like that. And so I ordered it, and I did like it, and it was easy peasy because, you know, it's all ready to cut up and slap in there. So I did that. I was gonna take down my herons this year. I thought, okay, let's give them a rest. And after we painted the walls, I just kind of left it. When you do a big paint like this and you go with a pretty big change, like green over white walls was a pretty big change, I like to leave negative space for a little while so I can think about it. These pictures over here, I knew exactly what I wanted. But right here, I couldn't really make up my mind exactly what I wanted to put there. And so I just left it alone for a while. And I asked my husband, I said, what do you think? Do you miss the herons? And he said, yeah, I really do. So we hung them back up, and I just put some little brown fuzzies here in this little, I got this several years ago from Kirkland's. And it was very inexpensive. I think it was less than $15. And I just got some little dried fuzzy things from Hobby Lobby to put in that. And this has been one of the most, Coco, say hi, hi. This is my most expensive decor right here. Boy, I love her to pieces. Of course, she's a sweet baby. She'll turn over in a minute probably if I keep the camera on her long enough. Okay, and then I'm going to do a separate one on the kitchen in a minute, but I wanted to show these to you. These are, I don't know, I feel like they're kind of expensive. But this is 3 branches, I think, but they remind me of the dandelions that you blow, you know, and everything flies off and creates more weeds. It's lovely. But I just love them. They remind me of when I was a little girl. And so I just can't resist putting those out every summer. I've had them for a long time. I think when I bought them, they were actually more expensive than they are now. And then here, I think I've pointed this out to you before. This is a little table that we got. I wish my voice wasn't so gravelly this morning. This is a little table we got on Amazon, and it perfectly matches the clock. We really, really like that. And this is an old lamp of my mom's, and I don't know where I got that magnolia. I've had that for a while. It's been all over the house, and I enjoy that too. Okay, so that's really it for the living room. I don't have a lot of, I did want to show you this. This was an old table of my mom and dad's, and these are real popular tables. They have, it opens on both sides, and you can put your pretties in there. Well, I don't know whether it never had a glass top or whether my mom or dad broke it, perhaps in a move, but I don't know. But I wanted to get some glass for it, and then when my husband and I decided to cover that stool, which was also my mom and dad's, with that fabric, I thought, hey, why couldn't we cut out an oval and put it there? Because when we sit in these two chairs, we've sometimes got our coffee or a iced tea or whatever. And so it needed something there to protect the wood. And we really, really like that. I wanted glass so badly, but we put that there and we really, really like it. Also, I wanted to just point out that for my little house, I know you guys know I have a very small house. And I love it because for my age and retirement, it's the perfect size. But don't think just because you have a small house, you can't use large pieces. This is a very large ginger jar, and I love it. I got it, I think I found it last year at Home Goods. And it's just, I've had it on my hearth. Sometimes I put it on this table. And I just love it. Bigger pieces make a bigger impact. And a lot of times people will think you can't use big pieces like this in a small home. But what it actually does is it takes up a lot of space where you don't have to add a lot of little things with it. Now, I'm a maximalist, and I love adding things with it. You'll see there that it's on a gold tray. It's got some charcuterie, that's my husband coming out right there, some chinoiserie orbs there with it, and that is an entire garland of greenery that's very bendable. I really like that one, very natural looking. And then I've got a big jumbo candle with it. So you can still add lots of things to it, but you're taking up more visual space without it being quite so busy. And that's what really makes it flow a little bit better, and it makes it doesn't make the area nervous. The more little things you have on any given surface, the more nervous it's going to look, the more cluttered it's going to look, and the eye is going to have a more difficult time finding a place to rest. And when you have a big piece, that's where it rests, and your eye just kind of can calm down before it looks at the other pretties there. So anyway, that's the living room, and I thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you again soon with the kitchen and the dining area.
Reimagine to redesign.